Hello everybody, this is Cam from Entertainment and welcome back to another entertainment talk video. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing one of my favorite simulation franchises, especially when I was a little younger, The Sims. Now, I used to play the hell out of the second and third game in the franchise. I did play the first one as well, which was my first experience, but honestly 2 and 3 were the two that I played the most out of the whole series. And I have played The Sims 4, unfortunately. And if you played The Sims 4 compared to other games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, in this video, we're going to be talking about some of the creepiest and weirdest things that you can experience while playing any of the games in the Sims franchise. Since day one, The Sims has always had a bit of a weird side. Whether these are hidden details or blatant game mechanics, there's quite a bit of weird stuff that can happen to your sim while playing. Now, I haven't personally experienced every single thing on this list. I have experienced quite a few, and others I've just read about and heard about. But I just thought it'd be fun to do a little video kind of looking at some of the creepy and weird things that the average game player of any games in the series might experience or might not experience, since some of these are kind of hidden, while like I said, some are just straight up out there. Anyway, I want to be talking about all of this and more in just a bit. Alright, let's get right into it, because this video is going to get pretty weird even for this chaotic franchise. Now, every single thing on here may not just happen in one of the games. It may happen in 2 of them, whether it's 2 and 3, 1 and 4, you know. But I'm just going to give one specific game for each one of these things that I have heard about or have read about, and the screenshots that I provide will be from that game. Anyway, let's get started with the very first thing on the list. Well, first of all, in the first Sims game, Drew Carey makes an appearance for honestly no reason whatsoever. He's just kind of there as like a guest star. From what I remember, it's basically like he is a celebrity and he's in the world that you play in The Sims. I don't know. Anyway, this one's weird, but let's move on to the next one. The next thing that you can experience in The Sims 1 is prank calls. Every now and then you get some creepy ones like this. Or even Ghostface from the Scream franchise calling you, which is just terrifying, honestly. If I'm in an empty apartment and I'm this guy and I get a call from someone claiming to be Ghostface, I'm gonna assume I'm done for. I never did experience it on my own, but I remember reading about it and just being like, that's weird. Anyway, moving on to The Sims 2. In The Sims 2, your sim, if he looks up in a telescope long enough, can get abducted by aliens. Yeah, you can get abducted by aliens. There's basically a whole cutscene that shows him getting pulled up, probably getting probed, but the weirdest thing is that if you are a male adult sim, you will come back pregnant. That's right, pregnant with a baby. An alien baby. And while you're being abducted, you'll notice that your motives and your needs kind of go all over the place. The next one that we're going to talk about for The Sims 2 is how if you have a sim that is swimming inside of the pool, and this one is just kind of just dumb, not really weird or creepy, but if you have a sim that is swimming inside of a pool and you take the ladder out, they will straight up just die. They will drown rather than climbing their way out of the pool. And like I said, this one's just weird, but it's also kind of creepy because it's like, who is this sim guy that basically just chose for me to die because he took my ladder and I don't know how to climb out. So now I'm gonna drown. And that's the sim talking. But anyway, yeah, this one was just kind of like just stupid, but also weird that they can't just climb their way back out. Also in The Sims 2, something kind of creepy and weird we should talk about is this psychiatrist and social bunny combo that can come and visit you. If your sim is all over the place, if they're going through a lot, let's say emotionally, let's say they lost a family member, they lost a job, their relationship broke up, they might get a visit from the psychiatrist who basically just comes and does this and basically just giving a checkup on him. But it's just weird because he appears out of nowhere and your guy acts like he's like absolutely brain dead when he shows up. But even funnier, but also kind of creepy, is the social bunny. If your sim is lacking like all things socially, is getting neglected socially, and it has not been really like talking to people or interacting much, this bunny will come and basically entertain your sim, which is just sad but also creepy because you have to wonder, are you just hallucinating this bunny? Like, what is this bunny? It's like literally missing an eye, isn't it? Or an ear, I forget. It's creepy. Now moving on to The Sims 3, something that's kind of creepy is that if you have a family member that dies, or maybe multiple family members that die, or friends, they will actually come back to the lot and visit you and haunt you, which is just kind of creepy when you're just a little kid just trying to mind your own business. Oh, and this fool's coming back to haunt you. Trust me, it gets even weirder as far as the ghost goes, and you'll see what I mean in a couple of points here. In The Sims 3, if you have a burglar that keeps coming to your house, you could always befriend them, only to eventually lock them in a room and kill them or something. So basically, it's a good way to get revenge on your burglar if that's something that you want to do. Also in The Sims 3 is that your repo man will come and basically just absorb your stuff with like this gun if you don't pay your taxes. So if you don't pay your taxes or your bills, they'll come and start stealing your stuff. And I remember one time when I played this game years ago, I was missing like all of my stuff just because the guy came in and basically just took my whole house. So that was fun. Now my last one here for The Sims 3 kind of goes back to what I was saying about ghosts visiting your lot. But if your ghost does visit your lot, you do have a chance to make ghost babies. Yeah, you can actually make a baby with a ghost, which I had no idea. I played The Sims 3 for years and I had no idea this could happen. But even weirder is that if one of your Sims dies and the Grim Reaper shows up, you could start a romantic relationship with him and then possibly produce this kind of child. Anyway, let's move on to everyone's favorite in the franchise, The Sims 4. And by favorite, I think you know what I mean. One weird thing in The Sims 4 is that there's a plant that will eat your Sims if you don't feed it on time. Yeah, this plant will literally devour you if you don't feed it, which makes me wonder why anybody would even want to own this plant in their home in the first place, because if you don't remember to feed it, you're probably gonna die. But yeah, this one is just creepy and kind of scary, honestly. Another thing in The Sims 4, and this goes back to the Grim Reaper thing I talked about in The Sims 3, is that you can actually start a romantic relationship, or any kind of relationship really, with the Grim Reaper and try to persuade him to save a loved one or bring a loved one back. Now, I didn't know about this one either, but I thought it was kind of interesting and creepy, because basically you can emotionally manipulate the Grim Reaper. Or maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. But anyway, you can basically bring a loved one back just because you're sleeping with the Grim Reaper, which is just weird to say. Let's move on to my last point here. One of the weirdest things in The Sims 4 is that children can actually find monsters under their bed. Now, this one is kind of interesting because none of the other games have had this, and they'll basically see this monster, and you can see this monster, but when you go to call your parents in, there's no monster, and they basically just have to like talk them down from like feeling like there is a monster and being scared, so they'll go back to bed. So is there actually a monster there? I don't know. It is the Sims franchise, and the Sims games are pretty weird with aliens, ghosts, werewolves, vampires, and all kinds of stuff like that. Plant people. But I think in this one, it could just be that this is the child's imagination and the parents have to come in and calm them down. So anyway, those are all my points about what's weird, what's creepy, what's just plain scary, plain stupid. But yeah, just some things I wanted to look at in the Sims games that are just a little weirder than others. Let me know what you think about all this down below. What is the weirdest or creepiest thing that you've encountered in a Sims game, or any simulation game for that matter? I would love to know what you guys think, so please give me your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching this video today. If you did enjoy, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. I will talk to you guys in the next Entertainment Talk video. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys later.